So let's hear what this messy grandmother has to say today.
Y'all can have at her, but until she has the baby, we will not abuse or misuse my seed in any type of way, especially if she's not trying to get on here and cause division or tell people that they can't see the baby and the baby ain't even here yet, or the baby this and the baby that. I'm not doing that. We're not doing that, okay? Because when her and Jaden hook up and they start kikiing, if that ever happens, I don't know, but I'm for sure baby mamas do. I started kikiing with my baby when my baby daddy's new baby mamas. That's just a natural reaction when you a grown-ass motherfucking woman and you see that them kids are siblings. Now, that's Jaden's choice if she wants to wait, but if Jonathan told me that's my grandbaby, she told me that's my grandbaby, he ain't denying the grandbaby, and she ain't denying me as the grandmother, why the fuck would I not take her calls? Why the fuck would I not sympathize with her, make her feel better, and make her know that no matter what happens between them, that my grandchild is good? Why the fuck would I not do that? And if somebody tried to play with her on purpose, answer a motherfucking phone and then block the baby mama, she could go in labor, she could be having a emotional moment. You never block nobody's baby mama off the phone. So the person who did that and they know who they are, that's evil.
So why did you come to our baby's appointment?
When was it? Today? Was it today?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, sorry. I was tied up.
So let me get this straight. Karlissa is now blaming Krishan for Blueface, her son, not making it to Nevaeh's doctor's appointment when he is a grown man and decided not to go because, as he said, he was tied up. And I think Karlissa forgets that you didn't have that same energy when Krishan was pregnant or whenever she was about to give birth, and you didn't care if your son showed up or not because you didn't want him to jeopardize what he had with Jaden, the woman who you claimed he was going to marry, and we still haven't seen the proposal yet. So at this point, it's giving you're picking and choosing because you didn't have that same energy for Krishan and Krishan Jesus and their appointments and her giving birth. But yet now all of a sudden you want to be Team Nevaeh when you've had so much to say about her as well and her witchcraft and everything that she's involved in. But it makes so much sense because everybody can unite and come together for one sole purpose, and that's to hate on Krishan. And my thing is, as grown adults, Blueface knows when the appointment was, or maybe it slipped his mind because it's not that important to him, or maybe he don't think that's his child, or maybe it's the lack of parenting that you did in his life as to why he is the way that he is. So at the end of the day, instead of blaming another grown woman for your son's inadequacies and for your son missing his baby's doctor appointment, it's crazy. You're one of those mothers who stands 10 toes behind their son or child, even if they're dead wrong, and that's terrible parenting skills. This is why your son does not respect you now. You're not a mother. You want to be a friend and all in the business and the drama, and you don't know how to parent. You can't even be a grandmother to these children because you're so messy. And as Krishan says, can we play the non-cussing game? Because you're supposed to be a Christian woman, but nothing but filth comes out of your mouth 24/7. Where is your Holy Spirit conviction? You cuss like a sailor. But for those of you who don't remember, I'm going to play the clip of all the things Karlissa said about Krishan and her birth and her son not jeopardizing what he had with Jaden. And it's so crazy to me because everybody can put the pieces together. You guys are devoted to not liking Krishan. And people think that it's just oh, you don't like her or whatever the case may be. But it's a spiritual thing because it's a spiritual attack. You don't like her for spiritual reasons. You might not even know why, but it's them demons in you that does not like the Holy Spirit within her. And so you want to attack, you want to persecute, you want to mock, you want to talk down. You got her in your mouth every other day. And it really shows that you really are seeking out for help from God, because ain't no way that you got so much hate in your heart for this young woman who also carried your son's child. Look at the clip.
Blue ain't obligated to be the birth, didn't even want the baby. And that's why I said we gotta, as women, we gotta respect, because just like if she would have said she didn't want the baby, we have to respect the woman's or the man's rights to choose. Now he gonna be a daddy, but he wasn't finna be her man in that room and jeopardize what he possibly, the person he might be spending the rest of his life with. So we gotta honor and respect when we put ourselves in these type of situations We got to honor and respect the outcome. We got to put on our big girl panties and realize we slept with a dude that already had a ready-made family, and he can't come over here and play like this, because that would destroy his foundation over there. So he can't come over here and play house with this baby. If she want me to pull up and be on his behalf until he get there, I got you. But he can't go against a person that's had him for the last 10 years. It's bigger than that. So y'all got to understand that. You got to respect it. You got to respect his decisions in life, because just like she had a right to choose, he got a right to choose too. Now, do that mean he don't love his child? Absolutely not. That do not mean he don't love his child.
So you said it yourself, Karlissa. Honor and respect the outcome of the situation. Honor and respect your son's decision on not going to the appointment. Honor and respect that. And she knew what she was signing up for. Has with his baby mother, Krishan, he's not going to jeopardize that, just like he wouldn't jeopardize his relationship for Jaden with Krishan. And remember, that does not mean he doesn't love his child.